Hey guys, this is Chris Adval from chrisadval.com, and I'm going over the third part of the series. But I think this is the final part. It's not really a tough part. It's just maybe add a little selective saturation to the scene. You know, the background and the subject a little bit. And that will finish off this photo for poppin', technique. That's why I call it. I didn't really learn this technique from anyone. I did mostly just reverse engineered what I've seen and just created it, honestly. I did not learn this at all. I wish I did, honestly. So, we're going to get into the saturation. Let's go to the saturation right here, and we're going to pick a channel. Now, the skins, I'm not a huge fan of the reds, honestly, but I'm just going to check it out and see how it looks. Move it up a little bit. That's before, and that's after. It's before, it's after. I try to avoid the reds as much as I can, but it does add a decent, interesting, good pop to the skin texture, skin look, overall look, but not make it look too oversaturated, obviously. Because right now it's at plus 16, which is not much at all. And it's before that, she looks a little pale, even at, some warming I did previously. Because you'll see right here, I'll show you in a minute. Now I'm going to apply that. And this is the warming right here. And that's the saturation. Now let's turn off all of them for you can really see what I did. As before, it's a little overexposed, obviously, but I don't shoot with HSS, which is high speed sync, which I can't currently do too much with limitations of power and stuff like that. So I'd use Photoshop. That's before, and it's after. Before and after. Let's see here what other saturation I could add here. Could I add some blues? Could I add maybe green? No. I'm not a huge fan of green. I really dislike green a lot. At least on my photos. Especially bright green. So we're going to mess with the saturation a little bit here and see what we can get out of. I'm just going to speed this part up because, I'm an artist. I go with the feel. There's no super technical pick here. It's just like an artist. You get a brush and just let it flow sometimes, Well, I didn't expect this look, but I'm not really into producing, what is that, those photos called? Like a contrasty, desaturated look. I'm a huge fan of looking at them, but not for my work, honestly. Alright, so I adjusted the reds and I adjusted the blues. Now there's different ways of doing adjustments to the colors, honestly. I've seen where, color grading where you go in here and you go to curves, which I'm a big fan of curves, and you just mess with the RGB levels right here. And sometimes it's called for, sometimes it's not. Now in this shot, it's not too much. Not going to go that deep into color grading in this tutorial or a technique I'm just showing you guys. Just standard adjustments to the color levels, and that's pretty much it to make the scene pop and make the subject pop from the scene using Photoshop. So you'll see here, let's turn off all the levels except for the top one. Oh wait, let's actually turn back on the levels and duplicate. Let's turn off all the levels now. And then here's the before, the absolute before, which is obviously overexposed, and the after. Now let that soak in. Now let that soak in, guys. Just let it soak in. I didn't do much of work on this, honestly. Probably like 20 minutes, maybe 25 the most. And that's the before, and that's the after. That's a dramatic difference, at least for my own style. My style, I like to try to pop the subject from scene, and I try to get that with photography, but not all the time we have all the resources and equipment possible. I just did this with a 30 by 30 Lastolite softbox, and I did it with a YN 600 speedlight, and that's on location obviously, and with an assistant holding that. That's before, it's after. Now I'm obviously going to go into more retouching on this photograph, possibly a little bit of skin retouching. She really has amazing makeup and great skin, so not going to make a video on that with her on this video, but I might get into other aspects of other techniques I do. But this is the end of the series of popping a subject from the scene. Alright guys, any questions, comments, whatever, throw them down below onto comments, and let me know if you have any ideas on other videos. I'll look into it. Need any help? I'll help you guys out. Alright? See you guys.